सिक्किमका मुख्यमन्त्री पीएस गोलेले दार्जिलिङको सन्त जोसेफ स्कुललाई सहयोग स्वरूप स्कुल परिसरदेखि खेल मैदानसम्म पुग्ने फुटब्रिज निर्माण गरिदिने वाचा गरे। यसका साथै उनले दार्जिलिङ पहाड र सिक्किम माझको मैत्री सद्भावना कायम रहनुपर्ने अपील गर्दै दार्जिलिङ पहाडलाई सामाजिक रूपमा सहयोग गर्न आफू सधैँ तत्पर रहेको साथै भावी दिनमा पनि रहने बताए। दार्जिलिङको सन्त जोसेफ स्कुलमा दार्जिलिङ प्रोभिन्स जुजिएट्स एलुमिनाई एसोसिएसनको तत्वावधानमा आयोजना गरिएको जाई मिलन 2022 समारोहमा मुख्य अतिथिका रूपमा उपस्थित रहेका थिए। यसै कार्यक्रमलाई सम्बोधन गर्ने क्रममा गोलेले यसो भनेका हुन्।
Finally, from Sikkim, Mr. Victor Boli.
It gives me a great pleasure indeed to welcome you all to this North Zone Jesuit Alumni 2022. I would like to extend a special welcome to our guests who have come from far off places like Delhi, Patna, Calcutta, Sikkim, Nepal, especially as it is the first time for some of them to come to Darjeeling. It is my sincere hope we shall be seeing more of you in future in North Point. I find immense pleasure in introducing the Honorable Chief Guest of today, Honorable Chief Minister, Government of Sikkim, Shri Prem Singh Gole. We are really thankful to him for taking the time out of his busy schedule to attend this function. When we requested him, "Sir, could you be the chief guest for today?" he immediately said, "Yes, I will come to North Point." A little background of our chief guest today, Shri Prem Singh Tamang, also famously known as P.S. Gole sir, was born in 5th February 1968, and he is the current Chief Minister of Sikkim and leader and founder of the Sikkim Kranti Morcha. Before forming the party, he was a key member of the Sikkim Democratic Front SDF party. Sir was born on the 5th February 1968 in the Indian Gorkha family of Kalu Singh Tamang and Dan Maya Tamang. He hails from Singling Basti, West Sikkim, and he graduated with a degree in Bachelor of Arts from Darjeeling Government College in 1988. That shows us his special love for Darjeeling Hills, because Darjeeling was his hometown for 3 years when he was doing his college studies. After graduation, he worked as a teacher in a state-run school. In 1990, he was appointed a graduate teacher under the HRT department in the government of Sikkim and served until 1993. Due to his active interest in social work and politics, he resigned from government service and started participating in the political activities of SDF. As the SDF candidate in the Soran Chakum constituency, West Sikkim, he was elected to the State Legislative Assembly in 1994. And presently, Gole sir leads the Sikkim Morcha to victory in 2019 Assembly election, winning 17 out of 32 seats in the Legislative Assembly. On the 27th May 2019, Mr. Gole sworn in as the sixth Chief Minister of the state of Sikkim. Sir, as he came in, he said, I have not come as the head of the state, but I have come as the Jesuit alumnus parent, because we have both their sons, Aditya Gole, the youngest MLA in Sikkim, but even in India, he's the youngest MLA in Sikkim. Sikkim, and his brother Prabhakar Gole is a blue coat holder of North Point. And Sir used to be a regular visitor to North Point as a parent. And today he says, after sworn in as a chief minister, today is his first visit to North Point. And he is here today as a Jesuit alumnus parent. So we're very happy to have Mr. Gole with us, Mr. P.S. Gole with us. Personally, we invited him because during the COVID-19, when we started this COVID center, Silsun Kora COVID Center, in and through help of Mr. Vikram Rai, we could get concentrators from all the way from Sikkim. Sir sent 5 concentrators to us when we are frantically looking for one. We were not able to get. And with one phone call, Sir said we would send you the concentrators and along with it a pickup full of clothes, bed sheets, and so many things. Sir, I'm sure by his look we know is very simple and very practical, and his heart is for the people. And he's been a great social worker even as a college student, and he continues to be a social worker and a befitting example to be a Jesuit alumnus parent. Sir, we are very happy to have you amongst us, and as a token of love and appreciation, may I request Father Wilfred Lobo to present Sir with the Sulsum Koda memento. Thank you, Father Wilfred.
Well, I've been a part of this school. From 1988, I joined the school, and I did my IC from this school and joined St. Xavier's. I did my mass communication and video production from St. Xavier's, Calcutta. So, I think, being a Jesuit alumni is something in your blood, it's something there. And if you understand the Jesuit, the history of Jesuit thing, Saint Ignatius was one of the founder members of the Jesuit community, and he was not a saint, so he was basically a soldier who was wounded in a battle, and he had fractured his right leg, and this was the time that changed his life. And according to Jesuit or to the teachings of Jesuit, this is the cannonball moment that is called. And there is, I feel, everybody has a cannonball moment in their life. For me, my cannonball moment was the time when I started running. So a person who was about 85 kgs, never played sports. I see a lot of my friends. So I was called Lapu because I used to always dream in the school and never used to play sports. And I was into music and other things. My teachers, Ms. Jivankala would actually know that I was never into sports and other activities. So I started running. So, running was something that really changed. Running from 10 kilometers to half marathons, to full marathons, to high altitude marathons. So that was something that changed. It made a stronger person within me, both physically and mentally. I'm also currently the HOD, the Head of Department for Mass Communication and Journalism, and it's been 17 years that I've been teaching this course. So, why do I talk about this cannonball moment? Because maybe if you have or have not actually found out what is the cannonball moment, maybe this event, the event that you're actually in, could be a cannonball kind of a moment for you. Because here, in this stage, we have Mr. Prem Singh Tamu, who is attending this program as an alumni parent and not as a CM. And he is known for his grounded and simplicity. If you look at him and if you actually sit down and talk to him, I have known him for the last 12, 13 years. Exactly on 24th April 2014, I put up a post in which Sir hugs me and I said, with the next CM of Sikkim. And in 2019, that became a reality. And today, in the age of 2022, Sir remains the same. He hasn't changed much, and that's what we need to learn. I think what we need to learn is to be simple, is to be grounded, and to be connected to the people around you. Also, we have here Aditya, who has been able to stand on his own feet as a politician. It's a very difficult thing. When your father is a chief minister and you are sharing maybe the same place in the government, it is nerve-wracking. Very difficult. It's very difficult to perform. But here, he's done a very good job. And also that Prabhakar, who has been working selflessly and is a chief patron of Garib Jan Kalyan Prakoshta and has helped thousands of Sikkimese from economically weaker sections that worked well during the COVID times. In the history of Darjeeling, if you understand, Sir did his graduation from here and he did it during the most difficult times, 1986 to 1988, the day of the agitations, the day where villages were being burned down, people were being murdered, politicians' lives were at stake. And we've come a long way. And just yesterday, in this hall, we had again two Jesuit alumni, Mr. Amit Thapa and Ajay Edwards, who are both in GTA but are politically different from two different parties. We have never seen such kind of change where we see opposition parties or political leaders come in the same platform for something good for Darjeeling. This also, I would say, has something to do with Jesuit education because both of them are Jesuit alumni, both Anil Dazu, also from Kersham, St. Alphonsus, and Majeda from North Point School. I guess these are the things that has taught us. We don't just graduate with a marks or a mark sheet or a certificate. We graduate to become better human beings. All of you who are here, all of you must be having some cannonball moment which you may have discovered, which you may have it in your mind, but you may not have realized it. And today, in this August gathering, I feel that life is very unpredictable because what we saw last year during the COVID, we lost a lot of people, families, a lot of friends. And I think it's time for us to realize, and I think that's what Sir has done. It's time for us to give back to the society, to give back to what we have got, to give back to Darjeeling. And that is why, from being an educator, from being a runner, from being maybe somebody in media, I started my own very small organization called Vikram Foundation. And everybody actually calls it Vikram, but it's not Vikram, but it's Vikram. So we basically make people run, and not run in the sense that we want people to adapt a healthier lifestyle. We want people to do better. So in the past 2 years, we've done a lot of projects, whether it is health related, whether it is promoting young entrepreneurs. I'm sure everybody in this hall has heard about something called Gundri Bazaar. So Gundri Bazaar is also an outcome of Vikram Foundation and Decibel. My brother here, Munish Rama, who's also an alumni, and he did his schooling from here. Today he is a very successful event management company owner. He's done several of these events, and we are here to give back something to the people. Also, that in 2005, when I first started, and I was called by Father Victor to start off the mass communication department, we were not sure whether students would actually study this course. Because, again, it was a course which was a little different. When I went to St. Xavier's in 1999 to do my course on video production and mass communication, my parents, as well as my grandfather, was really worried because they thought we are all going to be like, photographers, and then we did not have like really photographers earning a lot. So it was like a very alternative and different kind of line and profession. So they were worried that what would my son do or what would my grandson do. Without even thinking twice, we started a COP course then. Because although I had got an opportunity to go to Mumbai, but I said I'll just stick back and start this 6 months course. And from 6 months course, we started to do a COP, which is a career-oriented program under the UGC. Father Victor was kind enough to tell me, why don't you start an honors course? While doing an honors course, 2 months we didn't have any syllabus. We started to teach, but I thought I'll be here for the next 1 year, but I've been here for 17 years. Again saying that it's because of this love for our place, because we've been taught that we need to be men and women for others, not only for ourselves. Remember, all the students here, whenever you go out, whenever you get an opportunity, think about not only yourself, but think about the people around you, the society. Give back the society whatever you can. And please remember that there will be something that will make your life, or you will change something. Maybe it's some kind of accident, it's some kind of incident that you have, and that's what we say, it's a cannonball moment. So, if you have not seen the cannonball moment and you don't realize it, you will actually be wounded forever. Just like St. Ignatius. He was wounded, but he saw that his life was different. He wanted to serve the people. So just like this, and I think what we are all here for, and what we have all understood, and what I have gathered over the years with my kind of relationship with the CM, Mr. Prem Singh Tamam, he has taught me one thing. And that one thing is being simple, being grounded, and being there for people when they need you. And this is what I've learned, and this I would like to conclude by saying, if you have not got the cannonball moment in your life, you sit back today and you think about it. If not, this particular event could be your cannonball moment when you see such dignitaries on the stage with a kind of message that St. Joseph's School and the JII alumni, along with the organization, is giving you. They are giving you here a collaboration between people who have got their roots in Jesuit education. So I'd like to wish all of you, especially the students, as well as the alumni who have traveled all the way, the heads of schools, the heads of colleges, the teachers, the headmasters, wishing you the best, because life is uncertain, so we must think and give back as much as to the society from today itself. So I'd like to conclude my short speech, and thank you so much for being here and being here in St. Joseph's School. Thank you.
यो दार्जिलिङ भ्रमण विशेष रूपले यो मेरो एउटा शैक्षिक भ्रमण हो भन्न चाहन्छु म। विशेष गरेर सेन्ट जोसेफ स्कुल यानि नर्थ पोइन्टको परिवारहरूले एलुमनाई परिवारले जुन निम्तो दिएपछि मेरो पनि दुईजना छोराहरू आदित्य गोले अनि प्रभाकर गोले यसै स्कुलमा पढेका विद्यार्थी पूर्व विद्यार्थी हुन् र उहाँहरूलाई पनि स्कुल को तर्फबाट सम्मान गर्ने जुन कार्यक्रम थियो, त्यसले गर्दा यो सम्मान कार्यक्रममा म पनि एउटा अभिभावकको रूपमा है उपस्थित हुनु पाउनु मेरो लागि सबभन्दा ठुलो है अभाग्य हो, यो खुसीको कुरा हो। त्यसले गर्दा म एउटा यो एज ए चिफ मिनिस्टरको रूपमा होइन, एउटा मुख्यमन्त्रीको रूपमा होइन, तर म अभिभावकको रूपमा म यहाँ है उपस्थित भएको छु। यसको निम्ति म सम्पूर्ण सेन्ट जोसेफ मतलब सेन्ट जोसेफ स्कुलका परिवार यानि नर्थ पोइन्टका परिवारलाई म हृदयबाट नै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु, स्पेसली है हाम्रो प्रिन्सिपल साहबलाई अनि यहाँका सम्पूर्ण शिक्षक शिक्षिकालाई।
ओके, तपाईँले यो फ्लाइओभरको एउटा घोषणा गर्नुभएको थियो है तपाईँको पक्षबाट भए पनि त्यो
विशेष गरेर पहिला पनि म जति बेला म यस स्कुलमा मेरो दुई छोराहरू थिए त्यति बेला पनि मैले जो पनि स्कुललाई कहीँ पनि सानो सानो कुराहरूमा है कहीँ पनि स्कुलले मलाई है सहायता माग्दाखेरि यो म अभिभावकको रूपमा मैले सहायता गर्दै आएको हो। र कोभिडको टाइममा पनि जो वैश्विक महामारी कोभिडको टाइममा जुन है दोस्रो लहरमा धेरै समस्याहरू है सबैजनाले भोग्न परेका थिए, त्यो समयमा जुन सेन्ट जोसेफ स्कुलले जुन कार्य गर्यो है, स्कुलको हललाई नै उहाँहरूले कोभिड पेसेन्टहरूको लागि कोभिड बिमारीहरूको निम्ति एउटा हल नै खुल्ला गरेर एउटा सेवा पुर्याउने काम गर्यो। त्यो समय पनि उहाँहरूले मलाई जब खबर पठाएपछि मैले त्यति बेला पनि होइन ठिकै छ, म पनि एउटा तपाईँको परिवारको सदस्य हो, मेरो पनि दुईजना छोराहरू यसै स्कुलमा पढेर आज है अगाडि बढेका छन्, आफ्नो खुट्टामा उभिएका छन्, त्यसले गर्दा म पनि सघाउँछु भनेर मैले सघाएँ। र अहिले पनि आउँदाखेरि मैले अघि यसो भिजिट गर्दाखेरि यहाँ 30% है तपाईँको 30% विद्यार्थी नानीहरू चाहिँ सिक्किमबाट छन् अनि धेरै अरू पनि छन्, अरू राज्यहरूबाट पनि छन्, विदेशबाट पनि छन्, नेपाल भुटानबाट पनि छन्। त्यसले गर्दा यो स्कुलको लागि एउटा हाम्रो तर्फबाट केही सहयोग पुर्याउने मैले घोषणा गरेको हो। यो चाहिँ म अनि मेरो है विधायक छोरा आदित्य गोलेको तर्फबाट हामी यो फ्लाइओभर फुट ओभर ब्रिज चाहिँ हामी बनाइदिन्छौँ भनेर हामीले घोषणा गरेको छौँ।
सुन्नुहोस् न गुरुजी, विशेष गरी तपाईँले एउटा यहाँनिर महत्त्वपूर्ण वचन राखिदिनु भयो कि जुन प्रकारले तपाईँले चाहेको खण्डमा यहाँको दार्जिलिङ पहाडको जनतालाई पनि अथवा यहाँको स्थानीय मानिसहरूलाई पनि सहयोग गर्नुको निम्ति तपाईँ सदैव अगाडि रहनु तपाईँले एउटा वचन दिएको हामीले सुन्यौँ है। यो कस्तो प्रकारको सहयोग होला भोलिको दिनमा तपाईँको?
मैले तपाईँहरूलाई मैले मेरो आफ्नो कुरामा मैले राखेँ, मैले सामाजिक कुनै पनि कार्यहरूमा मैले कुनै पनि राजनीतिक कार्य भनेको छैन, राजनीतिक कुरा पनि भनेको छैन, कुनै पनि धार्मिक कुरा पनि भनेको छैन मैले, तर सामाजिक कुराहरूमा तपाईँहरूलाई कहीँ जस्तो प्रकारले स्पोर्ट्सको कुनै पनि इभेन्टहरू भयो, जस्तो प्रकारले मलाई बक्सिङ एसोसिएसन अफ साइड दार्जिलिङ होला, उहाँहरूले मलाई भेट्नुभयो, उहाँले मलाई है सहयोग गरिदिने उहाँले मलाई है उहाँले अपिल गर्नुभयो। त्यसले गर्दा मैले भनेको छु ठिक छ म गर्छु। यो एउटा कुनै पनि क्षेत्रबाट यदि स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन है खेलाडी जन्मिनु सबभन्दा ठुलो कुरो हाम्रो लागि, हाम्रो देशकै निम्ति। त्यही भएर कुनै पनि राज्य होस् त्यो जग्गाबाट तपाईँको खेलाडीहरू आउनु भनेको हाम्रै देशको खेलाडी हुन्। त्यसले गर्दा म उहाँहरूलाई पनि तपाईँको सघाउन चाहन्छु। जस्तो प्रकारले कतिवटा साहित्यिक प्रोग्रामहरू हुन्छ, साहित्यिक कार्यक्रम, त्यसको लागि समय चाहिँ प्योरली सोसल सेक्टरमा है, राजनीतिक मतलब क्षेत्रमा होइन है, त्यो है पोलिटिकल फिल्डमा होइन या कुनै पनि धार्मिक फिल्डमा होइन, तर म सोसियल फिल्डमा कसैलाई पनि आपद विपद पर्यो भने म त्यसको लागि तपाईँको सघाउनको लागि तयार छु।
सामाजिक कार्य भन्नाले सामाजिकमा कुनै पनि
सिक्किममा कहीँबाट यहाँबाट अब आवत जावत दार्जिलिङ कालिम्पोङ यहाँको प्रायः जस्तो सबै जग्गाबाट सिक्किममा आउने गर्छन्। कहीँ पनि सिक्किममा आपद विपद पर्यो उहाँहरूलाई, कहीँ पनि बिमारीहरू पर्यो है, त्यस्तो खालको उपचारको निम्ति सहायता पर्यो भने हामी जहिले पनि सरकार जस्तो प्रकारले हामीले जस्तै अरू राज्यको बसहरू कोही बेला वाहन दुर्घटना हुन्छ त्यति बेला हामी राज्य सरकारले प्रायः जस्तो एकदमै फ्रीमा नै उहाँहरूलाई उपचार गर्छौँ अनि हामी सहयोगहरू पनि गर्छौँ। यस्तै खालके सोसियल कुनै पनि कार्यहरू छ त्यस्तोहरू छ भने हामी गर्छौँ।
यो यस्तो प्रकारको तपाईँबाट है हजुरबाट सहयोग परेको खण्डमा हजुरलाई कस्तो हजुर अनि हजुरको सरकारलाई कस्तो प्रकारले सम्पर्क गर्न सकेला यो पनि अलिकति बताइदिन्छु।
सरकारलाई त होइन मलाई गर्नु पऱ्यो, किनभने सरकारको तर्फबाट म भन्न सक्दिनँ। किनभनेदेखि सरकार भनेको सिक्किम सरकार त व्यक्तिगत रूपमा म सघाउन सक्छु म उहाँलाई। अनि तपाईँहरूले मेरो अफिसलाई तपाईँहरूले चाहिँ मुख्यमन्त्री कार्यालयलाई सम्पर्क राख्न भइहाल्छ। मेरो आफ्नो सचिव 2 जना सचिव छ, मेरो पब्लिक रिलेसन अफिसर छ, एडिसनल पब्लिक रिलेसन अफिसर छ, मेरो पोलिटिकल सेक्रेटरी छ। त्यसै प्रकारले अहिले त झन् यो 21औं शताब्दी हो अनि यो सोसियल मिडियाको जमाना हो, कहीँबाट वाट्सएपबाट पनि सम्पर्क गर्न सकिन्छ। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि यो क्षेत्रमा
आउने दिनमा यहाँ भ्रमण गर्ने प्लानहरू छ कि छैन?
त्यस्तो अहिले कुनै पनि प्लान छैन, तर आज चाहिँ हाम्रो स्कुल परिवारले मलाई निम्तो दिएपछि एउटा मेरो लागि पनि एउटा सम्मानित कार्यक्रम हो भनेर म आज आएको हो। आफ्टर 3 इयर्स हो।
तपाईँको केही शैक्षिक जीवन दार्जिलिङमा पनि तपाईँको रहेको छ। तर आजको यो परिभ्रमणमा तपाईँ जुन गभर्मेन्ट कलेज पढ्नु भएको छ, तर आजको तपाईँको परिभ्रमणमा योपालिको तपाईँको गभर्मेन्ट कलेजमा छ कि छैन? तपाईँ
यसपालि छैन। कुनै पनि प्रोग्राममा यदि गभर्मेन्ट कलेजको तर्फबाट मलाई निम्तो आउँछ भनेदेखि म सहर्ष स्वीकारेर है म पढेको कलेजमा म एकदम अवश्य पनि आउँछु म है। किनभने अब मैले अपोजिट जाँदाखेरि धेरै कुरा है मैले सोच्नु पर्नेछ, किनभने प्रोटोकल मिलाउनु पऱ्यो, के मिलाउनु पऱ्यो। अब मैले होइन तर प्रशासनलाई धेरै कठिन हुनसक्छ। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि म आज जान्न, किनभने यो निम्तो थियो यहाँनिर, यो फिक्स प्रोग्राम थियो, म यहाँ आएको।
जाँदै पाहाडको जनतालाई के भन्न चाहन्छु दार्जिलिङ?
म विशेष गरेर पाहाडको जनतालाई म यति भन्न चाहन्छु, हामी है सिक्किम होस्, दार्जिलिङ कालिम्पोङ होस्, हाम्रो भाषा अनुहार वेशभूषा हाम्रो सबै मिल्छ। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि हामी एकअर्कामा एउटा मैत्रिक सद्भावना कायम गरेर नै बस्नुपर्छ है आफ्नो आफ्नो प्रकारले, र एकअर्कामा सहयोगको हात बढाउनुपर्छ भन्ने म अपिल गर्न चाहन्छु।